Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up the series on the 3rd of March 1951. We've managed to get through another winter without too much of a disaster. In fact, we actually put on population and we've got 86 over 21s, which is more than the available accommodation that I'm actually building. So that's a potential problem going forward. Now, before we get into what I want to do in this video, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about, and I'll just run through some of your points. The first one is, and what some of you pointed out, is that I do need to improve my sowing capability. Now, my original plan was to stick with the horses until I built some vehicle production, but I think I agree with you. So what we're going to do is, I don't have that much money, but I'm going to sell one. And then we're going to buy a new tractor over here. I'm just going to buy just the one. The other thing I also need is a fire truck. Kind of spending money that I have to be very careful with. And we're certainly going to have to assign you to that. And I think I can unpause the game now. Because I only had the game paused so that the horses wouldn't leave the farm. And of course, if you watch the previous video, you're aware that I had a close shave here with respect to that building almost burning down. And what I'd like to do is pick up. Is that the? Can you go there? And what I want to do is concentrate all my firefighting crews into this area. Let me see. Let's zoom out a bit. What's the coverage? Coverage is good. Of course, and what we're going to need to do is move the over 21s into, oh no, it's not built yet. Okay, now another thing I need to do is make some adjustments over here. I've got this silly little truck here. What we're going to do is add you to there, and you're going to go and unload gravel, remove you. And I'm just going to send you up there. Now, what I'd like to do in this area is work out what I'm actually doing in this area. Okay, so we're delivering electronics out here to the Camp Village store. But what I need to do is make a slot here. So we're going to assign you to there. So it looks like you're the guy that needs to do that. Now, what I need to find is the truck that's delivering gravel to the concrete pixel plant, and you're to go there. Now, this office here, I want you to pick up from here, and you're gonna load gravel, and then you're going to offload to there and there. So what I want to do then is let this guy unload. Beat the game up a bit. Now, this horse-drawn dumper, I don't really want to sell him just at the moment, but I'm going to send him there. But he's kind of no longer clogging the road up. So this is from the distribution office. You're still not delivering to here, are you? Yes, you are. Okay, remove. I don't want you in there. Your job is just to deliver to here and here now. Yeah, so we've got another load coming in from here. lost a truck here somewhere. I'm sure there was another truck that was delivering to here. That's there it is, this one. I want you to go to there. So what we should have done now is been able to keep the gravel and asphalt, or the concrete and asphalt, supplied from here. And the only thing what we should now get is let these guys empty out this storage there. Now the next thing someone posted a comment about was actually using charcoal burner to make what we call it, coal. And I kind of really like that idea, because I was toying with the idea of making a cement plant up here. But the other thing I did find when I was going through my factory mods, I've acquired a lot of these recently because for another project I'm working on. And what I actually found was I found this brick firing quill that will take 10 tons of bricks and 10 tons of wood and produce 3 tons of bricks. And I actually like that, because I think what we can do is just make enough bricks for production purposes. So if I drop that in here now, some of you watched the previous video realized that I put a small storage in here, because what actually happened was that the bus, the delivery truck and the harvesting trucks all collided here and got blocked up, which gave me a little bit of a problem. So that's the reason why I've put in this open store here, one to take the logs, and of course it's now worked out quite well that we can actually make some bricks and then put them bricks back into here. But what I'm going to need is a bus stop here, because the other thing I want to do is put in an asphalt and concrete plant here. So I'm kind of thinking a standard bus stop just across here like this, something like that. I'm a bit worried about the fact that that road dropped down. Okay, I think maybe we'll come this way then, like that. And then we can come out with footpaths. So that should get workers into here, and eventually on the asphalt plant here. And before we start work on that, this is now built, so we need to move the over 21s. I think we'll empty this block out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're that filled up quick. People must be moving in straight away. I think chasing the population is going to be a little bit of a problem, and I really need to get more capacity in here. Actually, I think what I might do is I'm just going to drop a. I'm going to pause for a little while I think about this. Kind of like, I don't really want to go tower block at the moment. What I'd like to do is keep this town in some kind of character. That's probably the polite way of saying it. What we got here, I want something that's reasonably big but cheap to build. Here we got a 5-story, that's 75 Jade 5-story apartments. Well, that looks quite nice actually. What happened to that? Wait, you've disappeared. It really annoys me when the game does this. Where did that go? It's got the tower house there and powerhouse there. Okay, we can't find it. Got an old house here for 95 workers. We've got an old house here for 120. Actually quite like that as well. It won't fit in that way, will it? The road's just a little smidge too think if we put this in here like that, I think that will work. Hopefully this will connect. We can put one in there. If I can find there is Jade 4-story house there. So if I put the Jade house just on this corner here, I mean, got 60 workers. Got, I think we'll just put an old 5-story apartment on here. We'll kind of mix and match things up a little bit there. Then what we'll do is probably put another big accommodation here, but we're going to have to put power into here as well. But I think that can wait. Just right, these guys are. This is now empty, so we need to keep everything going. We need to assign you to there. What are we doing here? Wow. Oh, you've picked up all these little footpaths, haven't you? Okay. I'll just let you work through that. Right, we're down to a distribution office and this 5-story apartment here. I really need to get this distribution office finished. So you need bricks. What's up with the brick supply? Probably just delivery. You've finished these roads out here. I don't want to build any more roads out here, because if I build more roads out here, I think what will happen is I'll just disturb my workers. Okay, so we got that built, got this built. This is being put together. Of course, we're going to need to lay in the asphalt for this. I think, yep. So what we can do now is plan our asphalt and concrete plant here. Trouble's going to be getting across from this road down into this area, because I'd like it in this area. I mean, it's not going to be absolutely completely min-max, but I think there's not much I can do about that. We have to use our usual conveyor program. Worried about this. Let me do that. Yes, it did. Wow. Okay. Need to make sure we can put the road in. My instinct is to go that way with the road. Now, what I'm going to have to do is put a splitter, because that's come this far. So I have to put a splitter conveyor in now. Something like that. About that far. Across the road. And then what we're going to do is put in a normal... No, I don't build many of these normal buildings, but... And we'll put the asphalt plant, say about there. And the concrete plant about there. We flip back kind of as close as we can this way. That. And then that kind of leaves a potential gap here, or a cement plant. I got a cement factory or something that, I mean, I had a small cement factory, but I'm not sure, whoops, whether that would work. Rock crusher. I used to know where everything was, but I mean, I wouldn't mind a small cement plant. And that's got no connection. There's no point having that there, is it? If we can find a small cement plant or something, that a small cement plant there. I think that's too big. Way too big for from what I'm thinking, because I don't want this to be a permanent placement. Small brickwork, small plastics factory, small coal processing plant, iron processing plant, steel mill. Okay. Put that bit in there. No. Okay, it's not to be. That's the way it is. And then what we're gonna have to do is put a road across here, like that. The instinct is to put the road. It'd be great to kind of take it all the way through, say about there, because that would create another link through there. So we'll get this road built, and that will allow me to put a few things in between here. Of course, it would mean that I'm going to put a footpath. Actually, yeah, I think we'll put a footpath there. But that might be a bit too far away from this bus platform here. Wow, these guys are really cracking on at the moment. He's nearly finished that. He's finished that. Right, I think we need... I'd like to get that built. Are these allocated? No, they're not. Right, road crew. I want you to do the groundworks on that and that. Actually, these guys are not busy. I mean, actually, what I might do is allocate that and that to there as well. I think getting that built is going to be probably more important. So the message is stop production. Okay, thank you. Really need this finished. Oh, it's nearly there. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Thank you. Right. What I'm going to do is don't have the money to. New production office. We need to put you, and it's very awkward. There. And you're all going to be on unload. And then what I'd like to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And then we're going to remove fields 8 and 7 from here. So add fields 1 and 2 to there, and what's this one? Knife edges fields. So we're just going to remove. Where are you? We'll remove you two. And just want to add that and that. What we'll have is an overlap here between the two. Next thing I want to do is pull you out, send you to there. Now I don't really have the money for a you do. Yeah, at the moment these guys are emptying this out. It shouldn't take long. and he's emptying out this agro farm. Kind of half tempted to send that double truck to one of these, and then because they will be able to send the distribution directly, I think I will do that. Where are you? Where are you at the moment? We'll put you onto there. And what we will do is unload, and for the moment you can do one unload directly to, and you can just empty out the farm here. And do you have the farm on here? We got to sort this mess out. What we're going to do is remove you. I'm just going to remove all these from here now. So what you guys can do is the fuel and some of the trucks. Farmland cargo station. Where are you? What on earth are you? Okay. Let's just double check this now. This is now empty, so we can take out the agro farm. We don't need that anymore. And so what should happen now is when these crops get ready to be picked up, everything should flow into there quite nicely. We've got another accommodation block here, so we should be able to get more over 21s. Okay. Why have I says we got 6? I think what we'll do is we'll just plow a few from there. What jobs have you got now? Nothing. Wow. You sneaked up on me. Wow. Hey, you're going too fast. Let me see. I think what we're going to do is we're going to build that. Give me some extra capacity. This is being built. This is being built. Actually, I wouldn't mind that brick kiln being built as well. So, I'm going to get that. I think 3 jobs would be enough. Just try and get this built in here. That will be able to send workers to here. But once this is built, we can move the bus that comes to here and there. Okay, limit amounts. We don't want steel in here. We don't want aluminium. We don't want prefabs. We want some bricks. We don't want uranium. And we don't want boards. Take that out. We limit this to, say, 26 tons of bricks, and all the other wood can go in here as a surplus. Right, what I need now is my... Hey, stop running around. Pause. Your job is now going to be to pick up from here. Pick up logs. Just going to remove you. Yeah, and this time you can now wait, and what that will do is reduce the amount of trucks moving backwards and forwards from that point of view. Right, we need that built. I'm kind of thinking over here what I need is a what we call it, power supply, because we're getting very close to the limit of the power supply over here. And where is it? Can't remember where it is now. There. So we're not going to be able to expand the town much further because it's there. What I'd like to do is get a power supply in about the center. I'm kind of half thinking about maybe this could be our first underground power line here. Power station, electric substation. So, what we got there? Yeah, horrible. Maybe we'll just put a. Because that's the wrong way round. I want it that way round. Wow, that go there? Did I get a really small modded substation in here? That'd be awesome. Oops. Power substation. I'm sure I had one that had like a footpath. And this is like a three-way one. I mean, that would be brilliant if I could just tuck that in there. Is that? I mean, that would fit really nicely with what I'm kind of thinking. What is it? Trying to see. I know that's got a road. What's this? What does this need? I mean, they're all roughly the same. I just want something that's going to look a little bit elegant. Just quite like this one, if it would be built in here. So if we can just squeeze that in on that section there. And of course, what we're going to need to do now is put my first underground power line. Now, the downside of these underground power lines is that you don't get the full, and you get 1.45. Of course, at 3, we're going to have to go underground. I was hoping to run it under the road, but obviously not. That connected, looks like it. I'll accept that. What's the? That's not bad actually. I'm starting. Hopefully, that looks to be connected. I think that would give me a really tiny line through here. Of course, we're going to need that to be built as well. How are we doing over here? Guy, let me just. You're loading. Whoops, I deleted the wrong one. Yeah, messed up there. I'm sure some of you guys noticed that. And I think we can unload logs and set you to wait to unload it. Then we'll just remove you from the wood cutting post. Oops, he's gone back. Thinking about it. Now he's going back here. We got a surplus here, which is good. So, and we're not, and no one's picking up from here because we've got the boards over here, which is doing it. That thing. Are we actually exporting any boards now? Knife edge distribution. Right, I think what we can do is reduce that down to 20%. See, what we could probably do is increase the production smidge. How big's the workforce here? Yeah, reduce that workforce down a little bit. Yeah, and if we got a surplus of logs there, we might as well export it and try and make a bit of cash. This road's nearly finished. What else have you got here? Well, I really need to get some more of these in as well. How are you doing? Okay, we're down to 2 unfinished. Wow. You're not on auto detect, are you? Right. Another thing I would like to do is start to gravel in these as well, so that we can get some of this stuff connected through. Right. Because we got a there. If I can get a... I think just do that bit as well. Seeing that these guys have got a little bit of slack. That's now finished. So we can connect you up to there, you up to there. This is being built quite well. I think things are going along pretty well now. Famous last words. Let me just see. We got the 2 jobs. We've got the old house there. I mean, we're really going to need to start thinking about bringing this online. Actually, I just had a sudden thought. Oh no, it can get to the shops, but I'm gonna have to start thinking about. Yeah, we're getting people in front of the store now. So what we're going to have to do is, I think we're going to need to start bringing online the proper store now. So we're going to need to get that built as well, because this store is getting a little bit overloaded. How's the kindergarten? Kindergarten is still good, but I don't think not everyone can get to the kindergarten. Oh, just about. Because what I'd like to do here is get enough spare capacity to pick up the over 21s and also start to move some of these residents out of these temporary buildings, so that we can start clearing this area off, which would be quite nice as well. Yeah, I think you guys can give an assist to those. Right, this is now finished. I need to find the bus. Where is it? Okay, change to jobs. Your job is to unload here. And we're just going to remove you. I'm kind of thinking that I need maybe another bus out into this area now. And how many workers have we got here? We're getting quite a few of workers now coming up in this area. We got a little bit of cash. I think we're going to sell you. And that way. I'm liking this zeal, because let me just look at the buses. What buses have I got? I think 20 passengers is not enough now. I think we need the zeal, because the number of workers coming to this area is going to get a lot bigger. You're going to pick up workers from here. educate included educated ones, and you're gonna pop off there. Because eventually we're going to need workers in the wood cutting plant, the brick factory, the asphalt plant, and the concrete plant here. Take you off here. Now, if I remember correctly, we got a bus delivering here. And what I want you now is delivering unloading here, so that you're no longer having to queue at the gravel processing plant. Where you go? You're going to the gas station, aren't you? Whoops, that needs to be built. That's going to need the specialist attention of these guys. Of course, what we're going to need to do is, I'm trying to think which way to go first. I think supply will be more important than delivery, because technically the question is, it's going to take time to build all this back to get to here. So what we might have to do, yeah, but then again, if we start delivering gravel from to here, we can shut down these little plants here then, can't we? And we can get rid of our silly little fuel trucks that keep wandering around. Actually, how fuel wise, how am I doing? I have to keep an eye on the fuel. Probably could do with maybe a smidge more workers. Just wondering if I put a footpath out the back here, to about there, whether that will bring this within range of that. It might if I put in another footpath across like that. That might bring this in, but of course once this is built, actually we can allocate that as well. How many jobs have we got? Got 3, 53%. Ah. I think we're just going to load those in for the moment. So it's not like we really need these. These are something we can kind of put in later on. I think I'd rather have the power supply into there to start with. And here's the thought, actually, I need a name for my new town. Open to suggestions. Feel free to chuck it in the comments. Yeah, I like the idea of getting this built first, so that the truck coming down from here take a shorter distance. Right, I've actually built this road out here. How's the road crew here? Yeah, you're down to footpaths. Just fill that in there. Just want all these roads built in before we do anything. Just in case I get distracted. The game can just find its way around that quite well. A few more boards and that will be built, and we'll have ourselves a little bit of a brick firing kiln. Not really. I'm starting to wonder whether I actually need this truck moving the logs, because these guys have kind of got themselves quite a big backlog now. And what I'm really going to need is the logs here. I think we're going to give you one more load, and then we're going to Because we're getting intermittent workers here, so... Wait, where you go? Sorry, you need to drop down a bit. I can't have you stealing all the workers from here. I need the workers in here. My little low loader coming out to... I think this is the reason why these roads are getting built so quickly. How are we doing? How's my economy going, actually? We're just kind of balancing there. We're no longer importing gravel. Sorry, brain faded. What are you waiting for? Need some boards for wood framing. So what I could probably need is some extra delivery truck. No, this is nearly full. Oh, look at that. Of course, this is the above ground graphic of the excavator laying the underground cabling. It looks quite cool, actually. Though it does look a bit obtrusive with it going all this way, but it doesn't seem to be getting in the way of the vehicles. I'm actually wondering if the workers are walking up to here. I just had a thought. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is change this again, and we're going to put you onto there. Unload. We're going to remove this bus stop 2 for the moment. We're going to rename you. We're going to name you Camp Gravel Process. Yeah, missing resource quarried stone. I think if I put all the workers into this area, they can kind of sort themselves out a little bit. When we got lots of stuff ready to transport, we just don't have the vehicles pulling them in. Oi. I think I'd like. What are you? You're. I think we're going to put you onto that now and clear you. If I start to get a log shortage up here again, what I can do, but I think this guy might be a little bit more helpful with keeping this going. I mean, at the very least, it's somewhere to keep him so that he's out of mischief. Yeah, I mean, he's already out and about going to pick stuff up. Be nice if you go and pick up a big pile of bricks. Yes. And you're going to take that to the old house. Because, of course, the projects are getting bigger now. You can see we got to carry 335 tons of bricks. Wow. That's a little bit bigger project than I thought it was going to be. I think we're going to suspend you for the moment and put you onto... I think I've just messed up that delivery of bricks, haven't I? I think maybe we need to build a smaller house for the moment. Yeah, we need some boards over in there. And we need electronics. Do we have a problem with electronics? Yep. Again, it's down to delivery. Wow, these guys are really going with the roads. kind of starting to think maybe it's time to start planning a road out that way. Actually, it's on the dune. Can I be a bit sneaky and see if I can get a gravel road through there and through there? Yeah, maybe in the next part we'll start pushing out this way, because I would really like to start getting a road out here for a potential second town. Of course, we got these big grain silos to build as well, but they're not exactly high priority. I didn't realize this needed so many bricks. Oh, I just need a few more boards in there. Right, this is built. This is built. That's a conveyor. This is a conveyor. I think these guys are going like a train. And you as well. Any other main roads in here that to do with some? Yeah, I think we can start to put out that way as well. Okay. Need to do now is pick up points. Farm and grain storage, unload. Cargo storage. Need to put you onto unload as well. I think that's Como Camp Warehouse. Is that in here? So we just need now for everything to catch up and deliver. What's actually could do with doing this section here, couldn't I? Well, I think maybe when these guys catch up on this cycle, we're just fill in this little section here. Actually, I could. I put a road in there. What I could do is you guys are down to there. Put you and you on that. Right. So we've now got the brickworks running. So we're starting to get a few little bricks piling out here. I'm not going to switch off of this just for the moment. We're just going to get our little brick here, get our 3 tons of bricks coming out here today. I think what we'll do is we've got our power transformer in here. We've got a food warehouse here that's ready to go, but we're going to need a truck to deliver that food, so that we can just recheck. I don't know. Yeah, so we're gonna need a truck to come out here to deliver the food. A bit worried about the fact the money's dropping. I think maybe we do need this to come in here. Okay, so this is working reasonably well. We've got this running. We've got the trucks coming in here, picking up the gravel. And knife edge bricks. Open the store. Why are you delivering to there? Okay. I need to remove you now. But we got 4 tons of bricks here, which we need to use up first. So and then what we'll do is we'll put the construction office on the bricks. That should reduce my imports of bricks. Not that bricks are, I don't know, we paid 2,000 for bricks, so if we're getting the bricks for free, that's going to save me a bit more money. Right, so that's been built. This has been built. Knife Edge Road Crew. In fact, let's just allocate you. I think the... Okay. Let's get that built in there. And then what we got is this last one section here to be built in. Just let these guys catch up. Obviously over 21s. We've got 19 over 21s at the moment. I'd love to get... I need a truck that will... Oops, too many sellers. In fact, I don't really need any sellers at all, but... What I need is a truck that will carry a covered hull. What have you got here? What's the storage here? 7 tons. I think what we'll do is we're... Do you pick up food for anything? No. I want you to come pick up food from here and deliver it to there. I think 7 tons should be enough, shouldn't it? We'll just see. We got any surplus in here? Yeah, we got 22 tons in there. I mean, clothes wise, I mean, I'm not worried too much about meat. What I'd like to do is get a little bit of food in here so that we can... Go on. Yep. So what that should do is improve the kind of food supply. Not that anyone's complaining at the moment. I think it'd be quite advantageous though to get this shop up and running. Okay. That's it. Bricks have gone. Right, thank you. Brick factory. What that would do now is give me that brick connection. And, our guy's on brick duty. So that should speed up the process with the bricks. We've still got plenty of logs in there, that's good. That just means that our main import costs now are back to last month. Got power is building up a little bit. Electro components because we put in the power substation, but that's okay. We can keep that under control. We've got rid of bricks. Clothes is a bit of an issue, which is starting to get expensive. So we're going to need to think about that. Steel, but if we can get rid of the bricks. So our next target really should be clothes. Part of me says get this working first, and the problem is to build this in we're going to need mechanical components. I'd like to get this built in here so that these trucks don't have to come quite so far. We just see. Okay, this is nearly built as well. Got 22 over 21s. So this is starting to come together. And of course, once we've got this sorted out, I can use these trucks to supply gravel to here. Yep, that's good. Right, so we're now on the 23rd of July. We've got our first fields being harvested. What are we doing over here? We're out of crops, but we've still got 475 tons of crops in there. Got 90 tons in there fuel wise, so we're going to have to keep an eye on the fuel situation. The money's creeping up a little bit, so if we keep control of the money, we should be okay. How many tons of bricks here? 26 tons of bricks. I think that's going to be quite adequate. Yeah, we've got plenty of bricks now. My instinct is, should I start building this? Or actually, how many tons of bricks do I need for these? You need 60. The asphalt one doesn't need any bricks at all, but you need mechanical components. I think the priority at the moment needs to be these two buildings so that we can get a bit more production going and shut down this, because then we can get rid of these little wagons kind of wandering around a bit, slowing everything up. Let me just see, we can take out you. Don't need you anymore. Whoops. Obviously these guys, I like that. A little bit of road there. How's the road crew here? Okay. Oops, nope. This is going to cause a bit of disruption, but I think it's going to be quite important to do that road link there. When they can go around that way or right round that way or through here. I don't really want to gravel this road because we may change this interior structure sometime in the future. Right. I think we're just... What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that road up through there. That's only a very small section, so that's going to have to get assigned to that road crew. And definitely in the next part we're going to start planning out this way. Got 51,000. I think I'd like to get that gravelled in and that gravelled in as well. Get that built in. So we've got all this built up through here now. This needs to be built. It's actually assigned to the main construction office. That's just the road crew. So that needs to be assigned as well. Get that built. In fact, I think what I'd like to do is just get this built as well, so that it's all complete and finished. Things are going quite nicely. Right, this is built. We've got 21 workers in here. Got a few over 21s that need a home. So we're gonna... We've got a few over there, so fine. We can locate 20 citizens over there. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start demolishing some of these buildings over here, because I'm not going to build them. So let's just get rid of these. And we'll just take out the footpaths as well. Leave the main footpaths in just in case. Don't need this loop here as well. How about over here? Don't need that. Take that out. So we're going to start the process of dismantling the camp. And I'm just noticed that I'm starting to run overly long on this video. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we're going to keep on trying to get our main productions up and running. So we've got a little bit of brick supply coming in here, which is going to save us some money. We're still a bit tight on cash, so we're going to have to be a little bit more careful. Probably the next industry will be clothes. In fact, it could be a possibility of getting a clothes industry in here, actually. Now, that would be good. It looks like we're going to need a proper university as well. So that's something else we're going to need to look at. Yeah, maybe we'll get a small clothes industry in here. In fact, that doesn't go anywhere. So, yeah. But that will be for the next video. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.